Hello everyone, I'm Rose Jacobs and I welcome you to Executive Corner Expert Talks. Today I'm speaking with Maree Beare, CEO and founder of Wanngi Clinials. Here at Kalkine, we bring you industry leaders, successful business owners, market and equity advocates, all under one roof to help you discover the insights of stock markets. Maree Beare is a sector leader in health tech, femtech and biotech innovation. She is the CEO and founder of Wanngi Clinials. Her mission is for Australia to become the hub of conducting clinical trials. She aims to achieve this by enabling a fast and efficient recruitment process for consumers to participate in clinical trials. Wanngi is a health management platform for people to track and communicate their health, compressing time to diagnosis. This year, Maree launched her second innovation, a biotech company, Clinials, which is accelerating clinical trial recruitment to help pharmaceutical companies bring medicines to the market sooner. Maree, welcome to the show.
Welcome, and thank you for having me on.
Well, let's jump straight in. We're glad to see that your work with Wanngi has been recognised by Forbes, placing it in the top 50 women-led startups in health tech. Your work has also been listed. It has also listed the company in the femtech industry landscape overview for 2021 as femtech leader in healthcare. What drives you to achieve such impressive milestones?
Well, I'm just driven to help people become empowered in their own healthcare, whether that is in everyday healthcare systems or it is in clinical trials. So with my skills in innovation, this is essentially what I'm seeking to do with these two companies, Wanngi and Clinials.
It looks like you're certainly on the right track there, being so well recognised. So, in your opinion, how does Australia lag at the moment in clinical trials, and how do you suggest we overcome some of the challenges?
Well, we lag, and there's been some recent industry reports on this, and one was done by a sector, organisation called MTP Connect, and they highlighted that 80% of the clinical trials in Australia have issues with finding people, and that in order for us to be globally competitive in clinical trials in Australia, we need to solve these two problems, which is being able to find people to go on trials and also connecting people to trials so they understand and trust what's happening in the trials, and to create clinical trials that are participant friendly. Do people know what a trial is about? Is it in convenient locations? Can we create situations where they can undertake some of the trial commitments using innovations such as telehealth? So this is all about bringing the clinical trial sector into the 21st century and doing that with innovation.
I can imagine it also involves dispelling some of the myths around clinical trials. Would you agree?
Absolutely. I mean, we've all become educated about this, lately with COVID. But at the end of the day, when we have trials that are about bringing medicines to market for chronic conditions and people are seeking answers, they're going to get the best care when they go on these clinical trials.
Well, through Wanngi, which is a health management app, people can track their symptoms, health history and much more on that digital forum. How do you ensure people's privacy and security?
Look, inherent in all healthcare systems is the mechanisms to encrypt people's data and to make it private. That's something inherently the whole industry seeks to do. But it's an interesting question that people ask first, rather than thinking about what are the benefits of my own health information in a tool such as Wanngi, right? So I think people sometimes think when we ask them about health records, isn't it a privacy issue? Or, what about, some of the things that have happened around, health records? But we don't ask that when we go to our doctor, and yet we don't have access to the same health records that a doctor does. So I think if we can, as consumers, start thinking about, if we had our own health information to make decisions about our own chronic health, we can turn the system around. We can make it that it can be more consumer-centric. And I say consumer-centric rather than patient-centric, because we're only a patient if we're sick, and if we actually manage our own health, within our limitations, sometimes it won't become chronic.
I couldn't agree more. Now, you mentioned earlier that the coronavirus pandemic has raised some interesting new steps, and you could say that it's accelerated the growth of health tech. In your view, what was the most outstanding advancement in the sector?
Look, I just think there's been some amazing, but in particular the coronavirus and coronavirus testing is the ability for remote monitoring. Obviously, telehealth become front and centre during last year, and certainly with our Wanngi innovation, we made that, as a telehealth companion. But what I've seen in this sector is this ability to have collaborative partnerships with other digital health solutions, and we can all work in this sector together. For example, remote monitoring and at-home testing for COVID, and having this information accessible in your own health record. I think this is where we need to go, because then people can actually make decisions on their own data.
Absolutely, but innovative startups like yours are improving clinical trial recruitments globally now. So can you give us a sneak peek of what's coming up next in your near-term pipeline?
Well, I have some exciting news for investors on the program, because we've just launched our investment round. So for those that are very interested in health tech and biotech and would like to become, part of this sector, or become part of making Australia globally competitive in this sector, please contact me.
That's very exciting news, and we're very pleased to announce that here with you. Can you share your expert views on the upcoming products that might lead the health tech and clinical trial revolution in the following months to come?
Look, once again, I think the exciting things that we're seeing in as well as if we can actually just have people go on clinical trials that aren't being stopped by COVID, we can have some amazing new medicines come to market that can fulfill the needs of solving some of those, key questions around chronic illness. But specifically for COVID, I think we are seeing some exciting innovation. Obviously, I mentioned at-home testing, but we're also seeing the ability to give vaccines without needles. There's companies in the industry that are innovating in that regard as well. So, if we all work together and undertake these trials, we could bring these medicines to market sooner.
That's certainly one to look forward to. I hope that you come back and launch any new exciting news with us on the next innovations. It's been lovely chatting with you today, Maree, and we thank you for your time and your valuable input.
Thank you very much for having me.
Well, that's all from us with Executive Corner. Watch this space for more. Until then, stay safe and invest wisely with Kalkine.